Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Will Richards.
I'm Sarah Tupper.
We're here today at a collaborative art space called Artists at the Meadows.
Yes, we're going to be chatting to some of the artists that have got their work here on display, see some of the projects that they're currently working on, and of course, some of the Chelmsford For You projects coming up.
Let's get into it.
The Chelmsford For You podcast with Will and Sarah, an exclusive look into all things Chelmsford.
We're here at a collaborative art space with the Artists at the Meadows. Jen, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good, yeah, really good, thank you.
Good.
We're here looking at things that you've already bought something of.
I have, yeah, I've got my eye on a piece next to me. But as you were just saying, and we're going to dive straight in, this is a collaborative space right here in the Meadows. Jen, you're the co-creator of this wonderful, wonderful shop exhibition space. Tell us everything that goes on here.
Okay, we started in the summer and Chelmsford Festival took the lease for this unit with the help from the Meadows Shopping Centre. Chelmsford Festival, their aims are to promote arts and culture in Chelmsford and also to bring communities together. So that's exactly what we're doing here. We've got over 100 artists engaged in the space.
Oh, wow.
We've got 20 artist residencies here where we take it in turns to create in the space and to display our work and to sell our work from here.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they take it in turns basically to man the space. So if ever you come in, you can talk to an artist about their work.
And you can see them kind of doing it all there and then. That's really cool.
Always creating in here, so it's nice.
I love
it does
that.
feel really creative when you're here. Obviously, we've said that you can actually purchase the art that's here, but it's a space that people can just come and view it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's not many spaces in Chelmsford where you can just come and have a good look at artwork. And I think it's really important. We always get people coming in saying, oh, I'm not really into art, I don't really know much about art, but this is great. So it's really nice to open those doors to people.
Yeah.
And to get them talking about art and looking at art and thinking about what they do actually like.
Yeah.
There's more to just come and look at it. You do some workshops as well here, right?
Yeah, we do, yeah. We often, obviously, like I say, you can come in and talk to artists or see what they're up to, but we do have dedicated days where we'll look at a specific skill like abstract painting or printmaking we've had in here. I think we've got an Easter workshop happening soon, so yeah, come in and get involved as well.
Okay.
Definitely. And one of the things, we've got an exhibition here, kind of a rotating one monthly, isn't there, that you have created with local artists that Chelmsford For You are very supportive of. And that theme changes monthly. We've got one coming up, haven't we, in April? Do you want to tell us about that one?
Yeah, so we built these central walls in the exhibition space just to give everybody more of a chance to get involved. So artists that aren't resident artists here can fill out an application form and then have their work displayed as part of the monthly exhibition. We try and tie it in with Chelmsford For You's themes. Because they very kindly sponsored us for the exhibition. So, so next month, to tie it in with the Chelmsford Takeover, we're having a Heroes exhibition. And we've had some really great applications.
Have you?
Yeah, we really have. We've got loads of new artists and, some really interesting takes on the hero themes as well. So I was hoping we wouldn't just get an exhibition of portraits.
Yeah.
And it really hasn't worked out like that at all. We've got some really good
amazing.
stuff.
So am I right in saying that means that there's going to be artwork potentially on sale in here that is going to be superhero themed?
There will definitely be some superheroes
That's
in
ideal,
the Heroes
isn't it? So if
exhibition.
you're a DC, a Marvel fan, or just superheroes in general, when do you think they're going to be available in here from?
So that will be running for all of April.
Okay.
Yeah, so the theme at the moment is New Beginnings.
Right.
And April's will be Heroes. And then following that, we're going to have like a concrete canvas alumni exhibition. So all the artists that have previously painted for concrete canvas will have the opportunity to display some work here.
Really excited.
So much
for that
collaboration,
one.
even with events. I love it.
know.
You two are smart. You've thought this through. This is all for you, isn't it?
Well, just to kind of highlight those two months with the takeover, it's on April the 13th here in the city centre, all over the place, around cosplay, superheroes, film characters. There's loads and loads going on. So it's a really, really nice kind of nod to that with the exhibition that's happening here. You're also doing a workshop here on that day, I think, aren't you?
Yeah.
On the 13th.
I think the idea was because it's all about dressing up and things.
Yeah.
And you obviously provide face painting, but I think a lot of kids don't necessarily want their faces painted. So we
Yeah.
were trying to have something where
Some
they
adults
could get
do.
involved, where they didn't have to, have their face painted. So last year we did something repurposing T-shirts and making them into capes and cuffs. I think this year we're going to be doing masks and capes.
Love
All
that.
coming back
yeah.
to me now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. Everyone understands. I'm the one who's catching up with everything. Something I wanted to touch base on, which you might be able to hear, not on this particular clip, but on something that down the line on Instagram, Chelmsford For You's Instagram. There's musicians here that have also written some sonnets and poems and that sort of thing. Is that right?
That's right. We've got A.T., who's a wordsmith poet, and he has created all this lovely poetry here, but he is also part of a duo called Songs of the Folk with his wife, Lauren.
Right.
And they just came over just before this place opened, actually, from North Carolina, and they're an amazing folk duo.
You said they sound great, so you'll be able to hear them online at some point.
Really good.
What were they called? Just one more time?
Songs of the Folk.
Songs of the Folk. Have a
Yeah.
little search up. You'll find them, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Show them some support.
definitely. So I'm really excited because we're going to speak to some of the other artists that are displaying their work here at the moment as well.
And have a look around.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Jen,
Okay,
for
thank you.
chatting to us.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
So I'm here with the artist Emma Hughes. Emma, hello.
Hello.
So as you can see from behind us, there are some amazing pieces here that you're currently exhibiting at the Artists at the Meadows. Talk us through some of these wonderful, wonderful pieces.
Sure. So my main passion, I guess, is painting boots.
As we can see.
Yeah, Dr. Martin boots, chunky boots, any kind of boots really, with acrylic Posca paint pens, and then sealing them up so they've sort of got good longevity. I just love creating them. I do commissions, but
I was just going to say, is that something that people can get in touch with you to create a bespoke
Yeah,
pair?
absolutely. But people can bring me their boots and sort of give me a bit of background on what they might like.
Yeah.
Some people like to just let me go crazy. And then I've sort of deviated because it's quite an expensive setup to do the boots.
Yes.
But being here, I've kind of looked at learning some other art forms as well.
Okay.
And I'm just very at the beginner stage and dabbling in things like watercolour,
Right.
which is a much more portable
Yeah.
and a sort of cheaper way whilst I'm waiting to do my next pair of boots.
Of course. But I guess
yeah.
that's part of the beauty of this space, is that you've been given the kind of space to create, to be inspired, to learn,
Absolutely.
and just come and be with other artists.
Yeah,
in
it's
such
an
an
incredible experience.
Yeah.
You can come in and feel uninspired one day, but you can spend the day being like a sponge and just learning so many things from people.
Wow. Oh, I love that. So obviously these are available here, but one of the things that I just wanted to speak about, Emma, which is something that you haven't mentioned yet about the boots. Of course, you're the CEO of the amazing Chelmsford charity Sanctus, which supports the homeless community.
That's right.
And all of the proceeds of the boots that you sell go to Sanctus.
Yes.
Give us a quick kind of overview of the charity and the
Sure.
work that goes on there.
So Sanctus is about 13 years old now. We're just off Broomfield Road.
Yes, by the Ship Pub, isn't
Yep,
it? Yeah.
absolutely. So we support anyone who's homeless, vulnerable, isolated, just living in food poverty, or anything, mental health, addiction, with a free cafe. So we've got a free space where people can come, have a quick lunch, a food bank, and then a whole support hub with a team of people to help them, and lots of other services that come in every day, including a mental health provision, addiction support, acupuncture, GP appointments, or anything and everything that you can imagine.
Because I guess that's half the problem, isn't it? When you're reaching out to the homeless community,
Yes.
it's kind of linked to so many other issues and concerns.
There's so many reasons that people could become homeless or vulnerable, or as a result of being. That we're very much not just there to support people in the here and now, but in making positive change for the longer term.
Yeah, absolutely. We think you do incredible work in Chelmsford, and it's why Chelmsford For You is working with Sanctus as part of our new campaign Tap for Change, which has just launched, where you can donate £3. Our first site is on the Waterstones window on the High Street, and you just tap £3, and there's 2 local charities that supports, Sanctus being one of them, and we're about to install the second site up by the train and bus station. So we're really, really proud to support the charity and the work you do. But you've also just opened or about to open a charity shop as well,
Yes,
is that right?
Yeah, so this Saturday, the 16th, we're opening a charity shop directly opposite our premises.
Okay.
It's in the hope that we can do 2 things really. One, raise some more vital funds that we can use for core costs, and secondly, a little down the line, we'd really like to set up a programme where some of our service users who may want to return to work but not be quite work ready can gain some skills.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's so important, and you've seen examples of that elsewhere where it's just giving those opportunities. So
Absolutely.
I definitely think you need to come down to the artists at the Meadows, have a look at Emma's amazing exhibition and the incredible work. Check out Sanctus as well for the wonderful charity news and updates. But Will is just round the corner chatting to another one of our artists here, so over to him.
Thanks, Sarah. I'm here with Tamara Eden. Tamara, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
Bit formal, Tammy.
Tammy.
We'll go
yeah,
with Tammy.
Tammy, yeah.
Got your lovely, well, some of your lovely artwork on the wall here. One of Sarah, I didn't know you'd done that. It's absolutely fantastic. One thing I've noticed, you've done mainly wildlife. Well, this is all wildlife.
Yeah.
But it's not all you do, is it? Or do you stick with that stuff?
I do like drawing animals. I used to be a zookeeper, so...
Well, there you go then. Should have done my background
Put
research.
that one in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so then I just love drawing animals, and I don't know, I think they just seem to sell pretty well. With people tend to like certain animals as well. So someone will say, can you draw me a pelican or a frog? And I'll do that. So
you'll take requests?
Yes.
Okay,
take
get your requests in as well. Pop down. Do you know what days you're going to be here? Don't list them all. We'll never get through them. So you studied at Writtle.
Yes.
You did art and design.
Yes, contemporary art and design, yeah.
And you're now going to put, obviously you've been putting that into your work here after you were a zookeeper, which is fantastic. So you literally have first-hand thoughts of how these animals look.
Except for this
Not
one.
necessarily, not this one.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily this one. These are all available to purchase at the moment. There's some more coming, of course. There's always going to be more stuff out.
Yep, got some more animals coming.
And the website is?
TamaraEden.com.
Okay, fantastic. So you studied at Writtle. You've been in Chelmsford all your life?
No, I was born in Chatham.
Right, okay.
Chav. And
Her words, not mine.
and I lived in Devon as well, but yeah, then I've moved here, so I like Chelmsford. It's quite
And you're
nice.
now going to put your skill set, spoiler alert, to concrete canvas.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Can you tell us
yes.
anything about what you're going to be doing?
Yes, I'm going to do a massive pigeon with a gammy foot.
Right, okay.
So
that sounds interesting.
yeah, they've always got gammy feet.
They have.
I
don't know
think
why.
it's because they sit on their own poo, and it makes their feet go funny. So
Right. I've never done that myself, but that does make sense, to be fair. You would get a gammy foot if you sat in your own poo, wouldn't you? It does make
definitely.
sense. There's one that's over the back here, which is a collaboration piece, right?
Yes, that's with a lady called Jessica Bailey, and this is my Sharkadelic, which is a shark swimming through crazy stuff. So
Really interesting story about that, because you said it's who was it you painted with?
yeah, Jess Bailey, she's an artist at the art place,
Right.
and this is how she sees migraines, and she uses art with migraines and stuff. So these are flowers of all kind of like fractions of what she sees. So we put it with my piece, which is I've just got loads of sharks hanging about.
Yeah.
And so it looks quite cool, doesn't it?
Goes quite well together, a
Yeah,
shark and a
yeah.
migraine.
Yeah,
Two
shark
things
and
you don't
migraine.
really want, do you? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Not in the bath, anyway. So these pieces are here. There's lots of stuff online. Your website's TamaraEden.com. Can people find you on social media?
Yes, I'm on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Which is tamara.art or tamara_art on Instagram.
Perfect. Check it out. Anything you'd like to add?
No, just come down and buy some stuff from us. There's some great artists here as well.
Yeah, you definitely should. Support some local artists. Right, back to you, Sarah.
Right, so we are live in action over here with Pam, who's got some amazing artwork that we're going to talk through. But what are you doing here?
Well, I've got a piece of this old lino off of the
Okay.
floor, and I'm currently carving a picture of St Ives.
Right.
So it's my second go at this, because you have to do everything back to front. And I did a beautiful sketch, and you have to flip the image because when it comes out, it goes the other way around.
We were just talking about this off camera, and I did suggest doing something, you know, really arty and saying St Ives in the mirror, but apparently no. So this is lino cutting, which is a form of artwork that comes out really, really amazing, and I'm loving seeing it all happen because I think it's one of those things that you hear about, but I've never actually understood how you do it or what it really is. So talk to me about the process and everything that happens to get these prints.
Well, I think most people have heard about lino because a lot of kids have had a go at school at it. But you start with your sketch.
Okay.
And if it's something from imagination, it doesn't matter which way around it goes.
Yeah.
But if you're going for a real place like this, you have to do your sketch back to front.
Remember that.
Carve away on the piece of lino.
Okay, so you sketch that out onto the piece of lino and then...
By hand.
Right, okay.
And use these tools to create all different marks on the lino. And then ink it up by hand.
Okay.
Print it.
Just print.
And then it comes out back to front.
I mean, these are so beautiful, and I'm kind of sensing a theme here with some of the artwork that we've got, very nautical, and obviously you've got St Ives here. Tell us why.
Well, I've been printmaking for about 18 months, 2 years now,
Okay.
so this is new to me, and I've got my first solo exhibition in the St Ives Art Club in May, so I'm super
exciting.
nervous and super excited at the same
It'll go
time.
really, really well, I'm sure. And I'm really excited, obviously, incredible story, local artist, going off for a solo exhibition in St Ives. It's really, really exciting. How did you get into art in the first place?
So I had a long career, a stressful career, fulfilling, but I started doing this as a method of relaxation, sort of combat stress and just recenter.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think so many
took
people
over.
do, don't they? Like colouring or puzzles. I do puzzles or artwork as you're doing. So yeah, you've kind of honed in on that, and as you say, it took over. And now is this what you do full time?
It is, it is. I love working here. As a new artist, I can collaborate with the 20 other artists here. And it just means so much, instead of working in the studio on my own, to be able to talk to people about art all day, to get inspiration from everyone else working here. It's just a really lovely place to be.
Incredible. So you've got these pieces of art that you're creating, the lino cutting, prints, but you've also got an exhibition that's here in the studios as well, which will be available for people to come in, have a chat, buy some artwork, of course.
I love talking about art all day. I especially love it when the kids come in and they're saying they don't like art, and I say, well, do you like science? And I can show them how we use science and chemicals and the way that water and grease react to make art, or computers.
Well, there's so many different types of art, isn't there? For example, this painting, I think you just automatically assume like drawing, colouring, painting, but it's not. There's digital art and just so many different things, sculpture, boot making, like we spoke to Emma. So yeah, really, really exciting. And thank you for sharing some of these pieces. Can people find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Pam Dutch.
Okay, there we go then. Check out Pam and come into the Artist Studios to buy some of her amazing artwork. Back to Will.
Last stop of the day for me here, and I'm with Caroline. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. Got some of your wonderful artwork behind us here. Lots available to see online as well. I want to talk a little bit about the background, where it all started for you. Where was that?
Childhood.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah, okay. And you said earlier on it's in the
gene.
family.
Yeah, runs in the family.
You're not giving yourself any credit at all for skill?
Nope.
Right, okay.
None whatsoever.
Purely blood related. So a few people earlier on were talking and singing your praises about how well you've done, not only in the UK, but in Corfu as well, is that right?
Yes,
You
in
were
Greece,
living out there for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been there for about 30 years.
30 years, blimey. So some of the things I've seen in this book here, I've been shown,
right,
which
okay.
is available to peruse in this shop, is all about some of your work you've done in the past, and a lot of this stuff in Corfu, which is absolutely incredible. So talk us through some of the ideas behind it, because you were painting stones on a floor, is what I can describe that as. You have to see it to believe what I'm saying.
On the bottom of a swimming pool.
Right, okay. So it's kind of like that effect for somebody's home, is that right?
Well, I did actually paint stones on the bottom of a swimming pool as well, for a client, for 2 clients in actual fact.
I love it.
And people were saying, we can't let our children go in this pool because of all the stones, they're going to hurt their feet. And they were trying to explain, no, they're actually painted. They're not real stones.
That's a compliment, isn't it?
But Yeah, it was the maddest thing probably I've ever done because it was backbreaking and very, very hot.
Yeah, it did look like it on the photos, very backbreaking.
Yeah.
No knee pads either. You were just
No, just sort of like...
arched over all day.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff available online as well, everything in here to purchase. The website and everything is branded around artisanmurals.com, Artisan Murals on Instagram.
Yep.
And the last one is Murals and Art
Murals
by
and Art.
Caroline
Yeah,
on
that's
Facebook.
on Facebook, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Are you taking requests? Are you being commissioned still?
I do get commissions, but
If it's something you want to do.
and I'm not very good at saying no, but I feel then under pressure and I don't want to feel under pressure.
Right,
I prefer
I
to
see.
be here, doing my own work, selling when I can sell or not selling, I don't mind. But
Yeah.
this place is just extraordinary.
Just taking your time and enjoying yourself.
yeah.
What's your highlight of the collaboration so far?
Just being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, with everybody, meeting everybody. I mean, they're a wonderful group of people and it's something that I really missed from my life.
Well, it's here.
That creative space is
Yeah.
just it's speechless. No, it's, what's it, priceless, that's the word, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you, like Tammy earlier on, are going to join the
Concrete canvas, yes.
And you're doing quite a unique story. We have another Philp in Chelmsford that's done a concrete
yeah,
canvas.
Yeah, right next to the one that I'm doing this year.
But not related at all.
Nope.
Two artists,
Yeah.
two different styles
Yeah.
as well. There you go. So what are your plans? Can you reveal anything?
Marconi, that's all I can say.
Okay, very interesting indeed.
And I've got two sides, so...
Oh, you have both
interesting.
sides of it? Okay, very interesting. Look forward to seeing that. When are you doing that, do you know?
When I'm supposed to do it, in May, hopefully.
Right, I don't know the
If
dates.
it's not raining.
Sarah's kicking herself, probably.
11th to 19th of May, I think it is.
I should have
We've
known
got
that.
to paint.
I'm going to get in trouble now, you
Yeah.
know that? Right, okay. Is there anything
So I'll be
else you'd
sitting
like
on the side of the road like this. So.
Yeah, of course. You haven't learned, have you, from the bottom of the swimming pool?
No.
Bring a chair
I'm
with
a
you
lot
this
older
time.
now as well, so I'm going
Me
to have to get a
too.
little stool, a couple of cushions, you know.
You'll be fine. Tea breaks all day long, you'll be absolutely fine.
I'm
Is
going
there
to have a
anything-
painting buddy, so somebody next door to me
Someone's
painting,
gonna help
so
you?
it'll be good, yeah.
Oh, okay,
No,
on
she's
a
not
different...
going to help me, but we're each doing cabinets which are next to each other.
Okay, it's collaborative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Might as well do a little bit of something on each other's one.
And then Tammy's up the road, so, you know, I can always go and look at her
You can
pigeon
go see
poo.
the gammy pigeon foot
Yeah.
poo. Sounds great. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not really.
No? Okay, fantastic. Right, well, I'm going to go and find Sarah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So there you have it. We've spoken to 4 fantastic artists, but there are so many more here to collaborate, so pop down and check them out.
Yes, a huge thank you to everyone that spoke to us today. And I need to go and buy some art now.
Yes, you do. Right, let's get that wrapped up. That's all from us. We'll see you on the next one.
The Chelmsford For You podcast with Will and Sarah. Get involved, like, comment and share.